Toyota Grassroots Rugby. A fabulous program. The bearded Renata Sadley are in shot with the kickoff from the halfway mark. Gisborne Boys High School. And Tonka in the red from left to right. Hikurangi in the black from right to left. This is Charlie Harrison. Harrison to the right foot. He has the kick charged. This is Morgan Wedipper Jr. Morgan Wedipper. Morgan Wedipper has scored a try. Tokararangi's Morgan Wedipper Jr., son of a grand prop forward, one of the greatest rugby players in the history of East Coast, here on the Toyota Grassroots Rugby replay. Tokararangi's Morgan Wedipper Jr. Off the kickoff from Renata Sadley. Great chase by the big man. Not into position and score. Well, that's, what do they call that, a boil over. Morgan Wedipper. Have a look at those Tonka fans. Look, you got the 10-gallon hats. I tell you what, somebody needs to pinch Renata Sadley so that he knows what he thinks just happened did in fact happen. Try Morgan Wedipper Jr. Tokararangi at home at Te Araroa Domain. Renata with the big kick, the big one. He's got it, so 7 points to 0. Toyota Grassroots Rugby with the thrilling club finals. 7 points to 0. Tokararangi versus Hikurangi. Jack Waihapi with the restart for Hiku. Well, that's just one of those things, I suppose. Good clearance there by Hona Delamere. Good gain in ground. Watch for Hiku's exciting back line. Quentin Carmichael. You know, that's what I call a prop forward. A good, honest prop forward. A mighty charge there by Quentin Carmichael. Wow, that's an awesome sight. That awesome figure. 7 points to 0. Listen to the crowd when Quentin gets the ball. Probably the word I'd use to describe that last charge by Carmichael was willing. Beautiful take by Edu Bristow. Tokararangi have started well. This is Delamere. Delamere to a Callahan. Renata Sadley, a run here by Renata. Remember that he gave them the kickoff, and this is a Matata. Matata throws it back inside. All the play at the moment from Tokararangi with that early try, and now they're hard on attack again. Look at this Tokararangi team. They're fired up. They've hit this grand final with 12 from 12. Good stuff, eh, Greg? The beautiful Rangiora Keelan Memorial Shield is the prize for East Coast Club Rugby. Charlie Harrison, the dangerous Harrison. Halfback for Hiku, feeds the scrum. Nice play by Charlie, great pass. Matt Richards is the first 5/8. And back is Leroy Sadlier, who is pacey. No question about the fact that he's pacey. And the turnover, Hiku have the ball. See some big charges. Morgan Wedipper Jr. again, try scorer, the behemoth Wedipper Jr. The nice clearance to Delamere. Delamere now to Renata, who's run once, runs straight, runs hard. He's running to the line, gets it back inside. And unfortunately, McClutchy couldn't hang on. Well, Renata Sadley are emerging here as a dangerous player, as a player to watch. This mighty East Coast Club Rugby final. Hoods and the beanies, they love it. Look at the rugby fans here. They've got the beanies, the caps, and they've all turned out to see a great occasion for the area. Look at that. Hikurangi halfback Charlie Harrison, an East Coast representative in his time. Strong player, that's Horace Lewis. Two big number 8s today, Horace Lewis for Hiku and of course Morgan Werapa Jr. for Tokararangi, and the good clearance there by Richards. Panama McClutchy throws the ball in. It's a lovely throw by McClutchy. He's got some good ball winners today. Edu Bristow. He's a lightweight. He's easy to lift. Nice formation here. Now at the back with the ball in number 4 is Willie Waitoa, the captain. Tokararangi, of course, kicked off. Run there by Morgan Werapa again. And then Callahan. Delamere looking to clear here, hoping for a penalty from referee Green. Hikurangi have in fact been penalised. Toka now from near in front. It's a strong Tokararangi team, leading by 7 points to 0. Early try to Morgan Werapa Jr., conversion by Sadlier. The penalty shot by Renata Sadlier for 10 points to 0. So Toka are up here. They have all the early points in the first half. Jack Waihapi with the restart. Tokararangi have dominated possession. They've had more than their fair share of ball. That's Edu Bristow, who's won a couple of lineouts already and has been quite good. Clearance by Callahan. That's a great gain. I've got to say, I love coming here to the coast and seeing the rugby here. Dallas Bond, the far side official. I love the atmosphere. I love the people. It's magic. It is the magic of rugby. And this place is the beating heart of East Coast rugby. 10 points to 0. Drummond Morris with the throw. Pakanui Webb with the win. Nice win there by Webb. Clearance by Callahan. Rather, that's Harrison, isn't it? Harrison now. Finding some willing runners. Hikurangi have some big bodies. Charlie Harrison gives the good pass. Watch for Richards there in 10. He's dangerous. Hikurangi with the ball. Jimmy Green and Hikurangi going forward. Charlie Harrison. Hikurangi in the Tokararangi half for the first time in this game. Tokararangi scrum now. The moment they're making all the play. Hona Delamere. Good scrum here by Hiku. Delamere to the blind side. Good pass away there by Callahan. Leroy Sadlier with a kick ahead. Tokararangi there pacing. That's Delamere. Delamere scores. So Tokararangi with the first 2 tries here. And Hona Delamere, Tokararangi halfback with a brilliant try. Delamere to Callahan, then Sadlier with the kick ahead. If you have a look at the replay, you'll see a brilliant finish by Hona Delamere. Great chase, an awkward bounce, but in superb position, and now 15 points to 0. Renata Sadlier is in shot. Renata Sadlier is taking the shot. Score is 15 points to 0. Renata Sadlier, the ball looks to be in good position. He's missed it though. So 15 points to 0. Here on Toyota Grassroots Rugby, the first half lead with Tokararangi. Jack Waihapi with the restart. Morgan Whittaper over to Callahan. Running hard here. It's Kemara Keelan in 11. Hiku's Horace Lewis, a big man with a big heart. Horace Lewis, his efforts are far from exhausted, and he's far from spent. Some good hard stuff. That's Pororangi Tawhiwhirangi. Charlie Harrison. Then Doon Harrison, the captain. Can Doon bring them back from the dead? It's Panata, back to Charlie Harrison. There's some superb rugby here. There's some commitment here. There's some heart here. Charlie Harrison up to Tawhiwhirangi again. Oh man, his body bent back. Could see the back arch for a minute. Referee Jimmy Green. Penalty Hiku for offside. This really is a lovely place, a wonderful place to grow up in. Have a look at those kids. Matt Richards taking the shot, and Hiku have missed the shot. It's something they need, and it's still 15-0. Leroy with the restart of play. And Hikurangi need to come up with something. Another good charge by Tawhiwhirangi. Strong man. But I think they've turned the ball over. Yes, they have. Tokararangi have it. Callahan over to Sadlier. Sadlier kick ahead. Intelligent rugby on a dampish ground. Not a heavy ground, but a dampish ground. It was Kemara Keelan. Delamere. And 24 for Hiku. Tokararangi ball, great scrum though by Hiku. Their scrum has been very impressive, I've got to be honest. Pakanui Webb knocked it on, but that Hikurangi scrum is strong. They're posing some problems for Toka. Joe Keelan, the big Hikurangi prop on the side. Strong man, bear of a man. Delamere under a little pressure, the try scorer. Callahan coming around to the blind side to Delamere as a pivot. Playing some good rugby, that's Sadlier. Away to Leroy Sadlier. Leroy with a good pass and some real pace out wide. Some real pace. Matata back into Sadlier, who lost it forward. You can see referee Powder Brooking, who was at one time the Coast's #1 referee, making the call there for the throw forward. Charlie Harrison feeds the Hikurangi scrum, which is now being put under some pressure by Toka. And Tokararangi have the first tight head here, but they've been penalised by Jimmy Green. Jimmy Green with the penalty at scrum. Hikurangi with the relieving penalty from inside their own 22. Matt Richards steps forward. Richards with the clearance and a good strike up towards the halfway mark. The sights and sounds of East Coast rugby. Great supporters of sport in all its forms. Mahuta Modest with the throw in here. Hikurangi in control. Young Maurice would be at the outside, 17 or 18 years of age. Strong run there by Hikurangi, but just as determined to tackle by Aaron King. Here's Ardun Harrison. He's a superb athlete. On the ground now, Charlie Harrison, away from Brother Doon. Some good hard rugby here. This is Parata. And the tackle on him made by McClutchy, good tackle. Well, the flag now is out from Powder Brooking. Well, it seems here as if referee Green is calling players to him. This is Willie Waitoa, who in point of fact is the captain of Tokararangi. Jimmy Green with the caution. He's happy with the way things are unfolding here, and he doesn't want to do anything to rock the boat. This game is running smoothly. Matt Richards with a couple of impressive clearances to touch. Another good gaining ground there by Matt Richards. He's having a very good game at first 5/8 for Hikurangi. Throw by Maurice. They're looking pretty good at the moment, Hikurangi. Their forwards have picked it up in the last little while. Keelan at the back. This is in point of fact, Hikurangi with the ball here. Hikurangi's Harrison burrowing deep. On to Richards, run around Richards. Strong stuff. That was Ardun Harrison for a minute. In Richards again. So Matt Richards is trying hard, and the first 5 is involved in a lot of play. Tokararangi have been penalised here by referee Green. Still 15-0. Hikurangi winning their own line-out ball, a key part of this game. The Hikurangi forwards. Hikurangi trailing by 15 points here. The score is 15-0. Harrison again. Harrison now to Horace Lewis. Horace Lewis, who scored the match-winning try of the 04 final. That was a superb try. Tawhiwhirangi running into Aaron King. Those guys are big guys, and I mean big guys. Here's Izzy Manuel. Manuel towards the line here. Hikurangi, this is the first time that they've looked really, really dangerous in this grand final. The Rangiora Keelan Memorial Shield game. The East Coast Club final. One of this country's most popular unions and one of its most well-attended finals, I would suggest. There's Callahan. Tawhiwhirangi getting close. Referee Green applying advantage. Hikurangi have the ball. That gives them the advantage. There's the big fella, Joey Keelan. Driven back, if you can believe that they drove him back. Then Panata. Harrison, tough halfback. Whoa, and that's a tackle there by Andros Ngati. I'm not sure if he was onside to make it. Referee Green. I'm impressed by his composure here, Referee Green. Many's the referee that would have overreacted there and given someone a yellow card, but he knows what he's doing. There's Jimmy Hills, who's wearing 24, player coach of the Coast basketball team. Involved in community all over the place. Tawhiwhirangi getting it away there too. It's Kaiwi Panata, the fullback. Horace Lewis, he's so powerful, Lewis. Lewis close here. Lewis right underneath the sticks here. Can Toka hang on Harrison, getting it out wide. It's a Richards. A desperate Tokararangi. Tokararangi trying to hold them out. It's 15 points to 0. Can Hikurangi get back into it? Can they do it? Ball's out wide. It's Harrison versus Aaron King. Here's Jimmy Hills. And Hills knots down for the first try by Hikurangi. Concerted pressure, sustained pressure over phases, and superb refereeing. Here on the Toyota Grassroots Rugby replay, the try scorer was Jimmy Hills, but there was a tremendous build-up to this try. They kept the ball alive, Hikurangi, from 15 points to 0 down, now 15 points to 5. It was Aaron King, a desperate Aaron King, who tried to save the day for Toka, but 15 points to 5, Hiku are back in it. So 15-5. Mm. $15 points to 5. Matt Richards for 15-7. He's gunning it up. He's missed it though. 15-5. Tokararangi lead here in the first half. What the hell is this now? Mm-mm. 15 points to 5, just has a slightly different ring to it. Great try score by Jimmy Hills. No doubt about the fact that he's winning. That was Drummond Maurice. A hard-working hooker for Hiku. 15 points to 5. Jimmy Hills try scorer. Getting a little wider. Watch for Doon Harrison. Harrison looking back inside for a minute. Harrison making a break. There with the donkey kick off the inside of the foot. Leroy Sadlier has so much pace. In superb position. And the clearance to touch there by Leroy Sadlier. He's playing very well here at the moment. Look at those ladies of Hiku exhorting their men onwards. Mahuta Morris with a great throw. Another superb take there by Pakanui Webb. And he's a good line out forward. Rolling maul here by Hikurangi, who are looking strong. Jimmy Hill's trying to get it to the back here. Parata has it at the back. And now Joe Keelan. Infinite experience with Joe Keelan. As Hikurangi set. This is their next attempt. They're coming hard, Doon Harrison. A great tackle made on Doon Harrison by Anthony Heel. Potentially a try saver, and that penalty has been awarded to Toka. As Hikurangi held on, that was Doon Harrison who was pinged by referee Green. Renata Sadlier with the clearing kick. Slightly off the side of the boot, but throw by McClutchy. Beautiful take by Bristow. Back in superb position is Kemara Keelan. Kemara Keelan as the bodies are flying. And I mean they're flying here, Charlie Harrison. Trying to get away from Ngati and couldn't do it. Ngati hanging on. Hiku trailing at the moment by 10 points. It's 15-5. Hikurangi got here by virtue of a 1-point win then. Horace Lewis. A tank of a man, and Jimmy Hills to back him up, to run it up. Charlie Harrison. It's the little kick by Richards, which was easily marked by Leroy Sadlier, who now has put up the donkey kick. It stayed in the field of play to Richards. Charlie Harrison, what will he do now? Harrison caught by Renata Sadlier. Coming in for a run is Emmanuel. He runs down the sideline, hairs down the sideline. And referee Green. You wouldn't be able to get us a drink, would you? Eh? Anything. Morris with the throw. It's Pakanui Webb again. I think he's been outstanding. His line-out work for Hikurangi today, no matter which team you support, he's been very good, Pakanui Webb. Chief supplier of ball. Hikurangi, the masters of the grim arm wrestle. Here's Jimmy Hills, who scored a try. Drummond Morris rucking for the ball. Hikurangi ball. Charlie Harrison, Horace Lewis. Horace Lewis. Tackled by Delamere. Drummond Maurice to Tawhiwhirangi, who did his best to pick the ball up. All there is the knock on by Tawhiwhirangi. Charlie Harrison. Watch for Horace Lewis here, who's been put under a bit of pressure by Tokararangi, who have in point of fact lost the ball forward. So is Emmanuel again, and he's a very pacey winger. Hikurangi, Horace Lewis, penalty Hikurangi, Jimmy Green, perfectly positioned to make that decision. Matt Richards, take the clearance for touch. Pakanui Webb wants to make sure that he's behind Richards. Mahuta Morris with the throw in here for Pakanui Webb, who once again is safe, sound and secure. Strong rolling maul here, now by Hikurangi, who trail by 10 points, but are still in the game. Jimmy Hills, support on hand from Drummond Maurice and company. They're about to pick it up. Horace Lewis is the man to watch for. Lewis is crouching over the ball, Keelan to his right. Pakanui Webb at the back. This is Lewis now. Lewis at the line, he's short of the line. Ball is there for Hikurangi. Drummond Maurice, hoping that good body position may succeed where brute force has failed. Hikurangi pressing here. But they look like they've turned it over. They're one or two loose fists. Right of your shot there. Right of your shot is Ali Manuel, one of the great patriots of East Coast Rugby and still all-time leading point scorer for the East Coast Rugby Union, Ali Manuel, second from the right. Rugby is as much a part of the community as breathing here. Been a willing contest at scrum time. Drummond Maurice the hooker, toe-to-toe with Panapa McClutchy. Here's Delamere. He's done very well. He's found touch. The 10-metre gain in ground. Maurice with the throw to Webb. Good interference on the throw. This is Callahan. Harrison over to Richards. Running now is Kemeta Keelan. Kemeta Keelan to score. Did he make that? Well, Dallas Bond is saying he was in touch. Dallas Bond has ruled a try-saving tackle by Anthony Heel. And if you have a look here at a replay of the incident, a superb tackle by Anthony Heel on the flying is Emmanuel. That was a tremendous tackle. Tocker with a throw. It's actually tapped down by Frank Henderson. Throw wasn't straight by Tokararangi. And this is now Hikurangi with the put in here. 15 points to 5. Charlie Harrison. Here's Horace Lewis, the big guy, trying to get a around Ngati. Good determined tackle by Ngati. This is Charlie Harrison and some hard rucking by Pakanui Webb. And Pakanui Webb has been called out here by referee Green. This is a big decision and it could potentially be a real turning point in this game. Jimmy Green has talked a lot. Not once has he overreacted to situations, but now he's issued the yellow card against Pakanui Webb, and Webb is understandably disappointed with that decision. And he's been told to go. Panama McClutchy is telling him where to go, just in case he's unaware. Pakanui Webb. And you know, the shame is that he'd been playing so well. He'd won a lot of line-out ball, but now he's a thing of the past for 10 minutes, and you couldn't really argue with that decision. Renata Sadlier. Don't forget that Tokararangi scored a try from the kickoff. It was Morgan Wedapa Jr. The crowd here is baying for half-time as Panama McClutchy. Crowd here is baying for half-time as Panama McClutchy. The Tokararangi hooker has slowly made his way over. He's winched his way over to throw the ball in. And another very good take by Edu Bristow. You know, Edu Bristow has been outstanding for Tokararangi in much the same way that Pakanui Webb was. Had line out time for Hiku until he was given 10 minutes. Here's Renata Sadlier, who's played strongly today. Penalty to Hikurangi. Renata Sadlier held on. Dune Harrison. And presents the ball. Turnover. Tokararangi have it. The big guy, Quentin Carmichael. With a strong run there for Toka. Quentin with a strong barging run for Toka. And the clearance by Leroy Sadlier. If it's half-time, it's 15 points to 5. And at half-time, 15 points to 5. Tokararangi lead. A shock try at the start of the game. 15 points to 5. So the halftime score here at Te Araroa Domain, it's a beautiful picture. It really is. 15 points to 5 at the moment. Tokararangi, who scored and converted from the kickoff. Try scorers Morgan Wedapa Jr., Hona Delamere for Tokararangi, and of course Jimmy Hills for Hikurangi. 3 tries and 2 goals, 1 conversion, 1 penalty to Renata Sadlier. As we await referee Green, who's now in conference with touch judge Dallas Bond. No wonder Jimmy just exchanging niceties there with Tokararangi reserves. Jack Waihape with the restart of play here at Te Araroa Domain, East Coast Club Final, has lived up to its billing as a game to watch. Hona Delamere out to Callahan. Callahan running for Sadlier, gets the line ball with the flick inside. Unfortunately, the movement dies there. Scrum by Toka. Tokararangi looking for the ball here. They've got the advantage. Here's Callahan. Callahan runs it up with a good pass to heel. Turnover. Charlie Harrison has it. Then Horace Lewis, who's so big, brought across the chest with those barn beam shoulders. Harrison. Tawhiwhirangi. Strong player, the only blood nut in the game today. Knock on there by Hills, who scored a try. He tried to kick the ball. He couldn't make it. Here's Heel. Heel lost forward again as play breaks down. No language here, Chief. You'll have to go. I can't have you swearing. Yep. Aaron King is the 3 on our side for Tokararangi, who now have the scrum ball. They've won their own scrum ball. It was scrappy, wasn't it? Lost forward by Tokararangi. They've turned it over. It says Emmanuel with the ball here for Hiku. Watch for Delamere. Delamere now to Callahan. Callahan running strongly, running sideways though. Is Delamere there with the left foot. It was a good left foot kick there by Delamere, perhaps catching Hikurangi unawares. And attempting to clear there was Parata, Kaiwi Parata. Well, Tokararangi looking for that loose ball. It's rolled into touch. Okay, the ball is loose again. This is Ngati. Ngati to Heel. Heel now to Sadlier. Sadlier running strongly, bypassing Waihapi. Ball off the deck there. And good play, Heel again on hand. Edu Bristow's won a lot of line-out ball, and he's been involved in a lot of other play for Tokararangi. Charlie Harrison down the blind side looking to attack. Yeah, kick ahead by James Maurice. The ball lollies around just outside the try line there, and clearance by Sadlier. These two teams have met twice this season. Tokararangi winning the first game 21-5. Second and last meeting, Toka also victorious there, 35 points to 12. Tawhiwhirangi. Hikurangi trailing by 10 points. It looked at one stage and it felt as if at one point Tokararangi run away with it. It's a penalty Hiku. Pakanui Weber served a sentence of 10 minutes for Hiku. He's back on the field. Mum and Dad. Mahuta Morris with the throw here. Pakanui Webb, they've tightened the screws on Pakanui Webb. Tokararangi have. In the last little while, winning line-out ball has become slightly more difficult for Webb. Toka have now been awarded the penalty by referee Green. Renata Sadlier measuring every kick, trying as hard as he can to make sure that Tokararangi win this game here, this home final. Dallas Bond, touch judge in the background, who has experienced the highs and lows of rugby this season. He's been on hand for the best and worst that rugby has to offer. Tokararangi edging forward here. This is real East Coast rugby here, the rolling maul. One of the defining features of the game up here on the coast. And there's nothing more exciting than East Coast Club rugby in the pouring rain. Today conditions are very good though. Some good play here by Tokararangi. Panapa McClutchie, another stalwart. Clutchy now to, good tackle there by Pakanui Webb. He got 10 minutes earlier, but he's come up there with a good tackle. Callahan and Webb in a minor confrontation. Look at those old timers over there. They love it. They love this stuff. They love this team. Oh, man. I love the rugby here and the people. The rugby of the people. Toyota Grassroots Rugby, popular show. Panapa McClutchie here. Ladies and gentlemen, if you can only do it once in your lifetime, get here to the coast for a club rugby final. This is the magic of rugby. The fabric of the community, the national game of God's own country. Toyota Grassroots Rugby, our coverage of the finals. East Coast final in this instance, the 07 version for the Rangiora Keelan Memorial Shield. That's a high honour, a memorable honour and a great prize. Tokararangi are leading at the moment and constitute a knock-on. Yes, it does. Referee Green, who I think is having a good game today. Having said that, it was a relatively easy decision to make. 15 points to 5. No change or addition to the halftime score. You as a referee, because those are easy calls to make and you can't possibly get those wrong. And anytime you can be certain of making the right decision. Here's, that was Richards with a tough pass. The ball is loose. Leroy Sadlier has the ball. Sadlier kicking upfield, an inspired roll there for our Leroy Sadlier from a dangerous position. Brothers in arms. Don't argue. Here's Pakanui Webb. The ball was overthrown in point of fact. Andros Ngati. Tokararangi now have the ball. That's Charlie Harrison. Tokararangi are still leading by 10 points. That's Horace Lewis, who really is just so strong. You do everything you can to hurt him. Has no effect. Jimmy Hills. Hills with a good run there. He is giving a lot of himself out here. Horace Lewis again, massive man. Where would you tackle Horace? Horace so big and big legs, big shoulders. Making some good ground there, Horace. Penalty to Hikurangi. 15 points to 5. Here's Matt Richards. That's a brilliant kick. That is a very, very good kick by Matt Richards. Paula Brooking, the touch judge with the ponytail on this near side, with Mahuta Morris in front of him. He's about to throw the ball into play. Jimmy Hills with a swig of the Lift Plus or the V there. What I love about the rugby up here is it's uncomplicated, you know what I mean? Loose ball situation. It's Bristow, Edu Bristow. Bristow running into Horace Lewis and wishing that he had not. Tokararangi in the red uniform, Bristow. Ball's loose. Referee is going to give the scrum here to Hiku. Look at these fans, look at these people. These carpet burners, which is what I call them, these fans down at ground level. And I must say, very good from the fans today. They are behind the line. You know, back home from time to time, our people wander wherever they will, but they're allowed to do that. 15 points to 5. Charlie Harrison, the fearsome Harrison. Horace Lewis. That's Richards. The ball went backwards. Tokararangi had been ruled offside by referee Green. What's his decision here? Boring in at the scrum. Well, that's an educated decision. There's no doubt about that. Clearance here by Richards. You've got to know scrum play intimately to make such a call, and Jimmy Green has made the right decision. 15 points to 5. This down here, the Great Migration. Wherever the players, we're going to follow it. And they'll be in the ears of the touch judges too. That's Andros Ngati, and he's done very, very well there. I wonder how play will develop. It's Aaron King. Here's Horace Lewis again out of the back of the hand, lost forward by heel. Hikurangi continue, that's Doon Harrison. Doon Harrison, Charlie Harrison, running forward. In every player, in every team, in every referee, I see a character. You know what I mean? I see people giving their hearts and souls to the rugby for the good of the game. You might almost refer to this place, Te Araroa Domain, as the altar of rugby. These two teams have sacrificed an enormous amount to get here. What a strong scrum by Tokararangi. That's Matt Richards, who's actually done very well to field the loose ball. That could well be a turnover. As they're under all sorts of pressure at the moment, Hikurangi. That's is Emmanuel underneath the ball here. Tawhiwhirangi. Here's Drummond Maurice. Good tackle there by Aaron King. Jimmy Hills. Good tackle there by Andros Ngati. Assisted by Hona Delamere. Here's Tawhiwhirangi. That's a mouthful. And a big run there by Tawhiwhirangi. Good run by the big guy. Tokararangi have been penalised again. You know, one of the great features of this Toyota grassroots rugby, I think, are the number of big guys we got playing. We got guys who make the professional models look like miniatures. Jimmy Green. Well, this is our Willie Waitoa now. I might stress here that it's not Willie Waitoa who's in trouble here. He's the captain of Tokararangi, but he is the captain. He has come forward. Dallas Bond's on the field. Powder Brookings on the field. Now, I would imagine that they're reporting an instance of foul play because you're obviously not going to run out for an offside or a free kick or whatever. Powder Brooking, a distinctive figure. Here is Willie Waitoa. Well, has he reversed the decision? Well, Tokararangi's Willie Waitoa has the ball. This is Doone Harrison, the captain of Hikurangi. Now, obviously, we can't hear what they're saying, but it is a protracted debate. Well, this is amazing. It's very interesting. Jimmy Green. Now, you have your manager, you have your technician. Well, what's the decision? Well, it's penalty Tokararangi at a different point on the field. Then it's a Sadly up. Kicks for touch. I wonder now, time must surely have been off during that period. I honestly don't know whether or not time was off. If it wasn't off, Hikurangi's going to have something to say. It's a lovely win there by our Frank Henderson. He's a very promising young player. You know, this place, Tokararangi, is a real cradle of rugby. Where they make the monsters, the monster factory. Andros Ngati with a good clearance. Here's Callahan, run around Sadlier, run around Callahan. Callahan to heel. Heel with a kick. And it's out on the full. Well, what's the decision here by Jimmy Green? It's a penalty award. This is one of those absorbing contests. And it's all the more fascinating because it's being played out in front of an outraged crowd. Jimmy Green, he's thriving in this atmosphere. He's reveling in it. I think he should. Loving every minute of it. The shaven head of Dallas Bond, Mahuta Maurice. Maurice is about to throw the ball into play. Jimmy Hills wants the ball. Pakanui Webb with the win. Clearing pass by Ngati. Here's the big fella. That's Lewis in the midfield like a destroyer. It was Ahona Delamere, Doone Harrison. He crumples up. Well, I tell you what, that's Andros Ngati. That's his stray arm you can see, but he's not affecting the play. Here's Charlie Harrison. He's up towards the 22 mark. Play is getting a little messy and scrappy here, but that's how we like it. Tawhiwhirangi, he runs hard. Porourangi, Tawhiwhirangi, a tower of strength. No doubt about that. Hikurangi, that's a Waihapi kick ahead. Has he got the wheels here? Good save. It was Anthony Heel. I don't mind telling you that as far as I'm concerned, well, as I'm always concerned, this has been thrilling rugby. You think of the passion and the commitment that these guys show, the distances that players have to travel, even to club practice here on the coast, enormous distances. And I might also add that the distances travelled by officials is just as great. Horace Lewis is the man to watch here. Rugby's version of Andre the Giant. There you can see Horace Lewis with the ball. He's around about 2 metres out. Porourangi, Tawhiwhirangi. He's there as well. Hikurangi having a crack here. They like it tight. Hikurangi getting close here. That was Jimmy Hills. He had the ball in hand. Well, this is where it gets tough. Hikurangi, what's Jimmy Green going to do? He's awarded a penalty here to Hikurangi. I love this rugby. What you see now, these guys slowly getting back up to their feet, the agony. It's not always athletes and pace that makes great rugby. Sometimes it's knuckle. And you can see here some real tough stuff. And try Hikurangi. It's now 15-10. Hikurangi have come back and scored, and it's a double for Jimmy Hills, the lock forward. This guy is amazing. Jimmy Hills with a second try. The Toyota Grassroots Rugby replay, Jimmy Hills, a legend of a man who each and every week drives hundreds of kilometres into Gisborne to take kids to play basketball. You think of the commitment he's made, and there gets a double in the final. Oh, well, that's right. Look at these people. They were reared in rugby. They love their rugby. This place, it seeps, it breathes, it smells of rugby. The sights and smells and sounds of rugby. Big kick here for Jack Waihapi. Can he get the hook? He's got the hook. Too much, hooker. He's missed the shot. It's now 15 points to 10. 15-10. Red. 15 points to 10. A tremendous grand final here. It's a knock on. It's a knock on by Bristow. Is the referee going to rule that way or allow play to continue? Well, Hikurangi have the ball. There's a Parorangi Tawhiwhirangi. Big run there. Good run there by the big guy. And Jimmy Hills. Hero 1 minute, villain the next. 2 try scorer, then the knock on. How the game swings. How it turns on each individual instance. $15 points to 10. Look at the faces of these players. Your players, everyday people here on Toyota Grassroots Rugby. If guys are playing at this level, it's because they love rugby. It's because even though the bodies are hurting, in fact aching, they love the game that much that they keep on doing it. Charlie Harrison, good scrum here by Tokararangi. A massive tight head. It really was. Run there by Te Kingi. Little kick ahead by out. So in out it. I was told before this game that this could be the last appearance of Quentin Carmichael, but I've heard that said plenty of times before. They win this final, who knows, the big guy could be back next year. We need characters like Quentin Carmichael. We need men like that. Jack Waihapi. It's another great rugby name here on the coast. Te Araroa Domain is alive, the natural order of things. Here come Tokararangi. This is Renata Sadlier, who's been a huge figure, getting the ball away. It's McClutchy throwing it back inside. Look at these people here. Look at the joy on their faces. I'll tell you what, I've never believed in impartiality. Mahuta Maurice is about to throw the ball into play. It was meant for Pakanui Webb, I think, but it's in fact Andros Ngati who's got it. This is Toka's chance to put Hikurangi away. Tokararangi on the attack. Out wide by Callahan. Oh, ball went loose. It looked like a higher shot. Jimmy Green, referee Green, conferring with his touch judge. That's a Dallas Bond on this side. But Tokararangi have the ball, and they must be allowed to continue while they have the ball. Tokararangi in the red strip, Hikurangi in the black. And a penalty here. 15 points to 10. A chance to go to 18 points to 10, which with the time remaining would be an almost unassailable lead. Renata Sadler. One of the great things about this national game of ours is the passion that people have for it, whether or not they're players or coaches or supporters or commentators. 18 points to 10, the last being the least important bracket, I might add. 18 points to 10. This is potentially a match-winning kick, a game-deciding kick. If he makes it, they win it. If he kicks it, they win it. It's for 18 points to 10. Renata Sadler with a great kick. That's what I call a pressure performer. Almost makes you want to be out there. Would that we could. We got to give a big salute to every player who appeared on our show this season, who laced on a boot, who made a tackle, who sat on the bench. It's 18 points to 10. Quentin Carmichael. Great catch there by Carmichael. One of Tokararangi's finest, Quentin Carmichael. Tokararangi are in their pomp now. They're playing very well at the moment. Here's, well, that was a Parata for a second. Here's Manuel. Manuel running hard, doing his best to keep it alive. Matata helps him out here, fellow winger. Tokararangi, Hikurangi have been awarded the penalty for the high tackle. And now Tokararangi, with talk, have been banished another 10 metres. Panapa McClutchy. Tokararangi's Panapa McClutchy begging for an explanation. You know, Richards is cleared for line very well. Has he found the line? Yes, a towering kick. Mark Richards kicking to touch. His line kicking has been a great feature of the game today. Rugby in the blood. A perfect picture. Mahuta Maurice with a throw for Hiku, and that's, well, I'll tell you what's changed in the second half. Pakanui Webb has gotten a hard time at line-out. He had pretty much a free ride in the first half. It's a kick by our Parata. It seemed to lack direction. Now a counter-attack is coming from a Tokararangi. Here's fullback Leroy Sadler, who accelerates down the sideline. There with the donkey kick. Back inside to Pakanui Webb. He's taken in a good tackle by Andros Ngati. As Tokararangi are trying to wrap this game up. Can they get it done here? They're rucking for the ball, and they have the ball. Delamere to Callahan. They're looking to stretch them out. That was Hill with a kick. Dune Harrison, he's lost control of the ball. The ball is loose, and situation saved by Matida for the moment. Charlie Harrison, Hikurangi have got to get down the other end. Richards kicking for line. Although at this point, there seems little point. Good, strong stuff here today. Panapa McClutchy and company, they've played very well. There's no question about that. Tokararangi, more bodies to throw into the fire. Willie Carmichael there with a good run for Tokararangi. In shirt 18, penalty Hikurangi. You can hear the anguish in the voices. The Tokararangi fans are not entirely satisfied. Richards kicks to touch. Richards has not missed one single kick to touch. It's one area where he's been very good. Mahuta Maurice, 18 points to 10. It would take something very special for Hikurangi to win the game from here. They're trailing by 8 points. Remember, a converted try in the new system is only worth 7. It's a very good win. Well, they moved 5 onto the field. I don't have a 5. Good kick there by Richards. Heel has it for a Tokararangi. Great tackle by Doon Harrison. Good strong stuff. Te Kingi. That's a name from the past, certainly. Leroy Sadlier as the half-back. Now to Callahan. He's kicking for touch. At 18 points to 10. 18 points to 10. More than a converted tries margin. There they are, the great ladies of East Coast Rugby who cook all the food and get the boys out there. And give them an encouraging pat on the back at the end if they don't quite make it. I'll tell you what, tonight it'll be a big party here at Te Araroa. They'll be riding horses wearing 10-gallon hats. They look like they're going to win this. 18 points to 10, Jimmy Green. A free kick to Hikurangi. Disparaging chorus here. Horace Lewis has the ball, and he's a fearsome sight. Horace Lewis with a hearty charge. Jimmy Hill's a knock on there. Mahuta Maurice, the young fella. He's been honest. 18 points to 10. But I'll tell you what, no matter how much blood's been spilt or who did what to whom, at the end of the day, at the end of this particular day, after the Rangiora Keelan Shield match is decided and East Coast Club Rugby has its champions, they'll all get together. Jimmy Maurice, the standing head coach there of Hikurangi, another giant of East Coast Rugby. When I think of East Coast Rugby, I think of the giants of the game. 18 points to 10. High drama. Real rugby theatre. Look at Hona Delamere. He's out on his feet here. He's given so much of himself. He scored a try in the first half. And Jimmy Green still running around at the age of 40-odd. 50-odd? Jimmy won't be happy with that. An unforgettable grand final for its tension, for the passion. Bringing communities together, Toyota Grassroots Rugby and all the finals from around the country. Well, is that legal? Don't they have to reset that? Scrum penalty. Scrum penalty here by Jimmy Green. Standing there in the middle, controlling the game. 18 points to 10. Jimmy Hills, double try scorer. Nobody could have played any better or done any more. Horace Lewis, Charlie Harrison, making a break Harrison. It hasn't been a day for the backs to run. At 18 points to 10, game continues. These guys are playing their rugby in a state of exhaustion. Look at these people down here. Look at the furrowed brows. I'll tell you what, as far as I'm concerned, every game of rugby is exciting. Every game is a new chapter. And Tokararangi have beaten Hikurangi twice in season 2007. And this would make it their third straight win in the season. Jimmy Green, he's holding it all together. Quentin Carmichael, extreme left, the powerhouse. As far as I'm concerned, all these guys are imbued with a certain heroic quality. 18 points to 10. Time is off for the moment. Jimmy Green waving the trainers off. 18 points to 10. $18 points to 10. Tokararangi lead. Horace Lewis, for one of the last times in this final. Parata hit hard in a tackle by Leroy Sadlier and overcame Tikoti Kingi to make the tackle on Lewis. This has been a memorable grand final. The Rangiora Keelan Memorial Shield. There's the big guy, Paraurangi Tawhiwhirangi. He's had a strong game, a really strong game. It was 15 points to 5 at half time. There were 10 points in it. Here's Callahan. Running hard, rolling back the ears, Tokararangi. That's a heel putting the kick up. There's a chase here. Tokararangi. 18 points to 10. Jimmy Green, he's going to play on. 18 points to 10. This place right now is at boiling point. There's no doubt about it. They know it's close. Grand final's almost at a close. 15 points to 5 at half time and 18 points to 10 at the moment. 18-10. It's more than a converted try in it. Tokararangi led by 15 points to 5 at half time. Tokararangi lead by 18 points to 10 at the moment. Hikurangi would have to go the length of the field and almost hope that a foul was committed as they scored the try if they were to win it. Hona Delamere who scored a try. Delamere for the corner. Delamere towards the touchline. Panata made a great tackle on him. Tokararangi close. This to make it 23 points to 10 if it happens. Tokararangi have tried so hard today. Really has been a good grand final, I think. It's been exciting, pulsating action. Quentin Carmichael and gets the pass away. And Tokararangi, unbelievably, Willie Carmichael seals it for Tokararangi and makes it 23 points to 10 here. A superb try by the big forward. Here on the Grassroots Rugby replay in a moment, you'll see the last pass coming from the giant Quentin Carmichael. He made the pass, and it was Carmichael who scored. A young man coming off the bench from one giant to another. 23 points to no try. Can you believe that? I can't believe that. I had 3 more lines, Greg, I'll tell you. 18 points to 10 here. More than a converted try's worth. Tokararangi, the red team, has the lead in the East Coast final against Hikurangi. Hikurangi are defending their own line. Their big man, Horace Lewis, has the ball. The big 8 man for Hikurangi in the black strip. Tokararangi looking for the turnover here. They led by 15 points to 5 at half time. They're playing for the Rangiora Keelan Memorial Shield. This is Jack Waihapi, who's been caught behind the gain line here at Te Araroa Domain. And Jimmy Green is reaching for a yellow card. Who has he got? Well, Jimmy Green has given a yellow card there, seemingly to Willie Carmichael. Andros Ngati making the tackle on Horace Lewis. I believe that Tokararangi's ability to handle the big man Horace Lewis has been a key factor today. Waihapi out wide to Harrison. Harrison quick shift. They are giving it everything they've got. No question about that. And the game's going to end on that note, I think. PJ Waihapi was tackled into touch as the game continues. This game is dripping with excitement. There's Hikurangi. 20 metres on the charge. Hikurangi 20 metres reeling back. Tokararangi 18 points to 10. It's a Tokararangi throw. Panapa McClutchy with the quick one to the front. I'm not sure whether or not it travelled 5 metres. Referee Green, well, the ball certainly did not travel 5 metres. Touch Judge Brooking. That's a free kick to Tokararangi. $18 points to 10. Harder Brooking on the near touch line. Dallas Bond on the far touch line. Hona Delamere, Quentin Carmichael. What a powerful man. Running over to Korti Kingi, was it? Good hard running here. Kick by big fella Chris Bristow. Here's a Parata, Kaiwi Parata. Getting the ball away too. Good strong tackle there by Bristow. Here's a